My name is Anna. I am 28 years old. I live in a small town near the ocean. From the outside, my life looks normal. I work at the library. I have a small apartment. I have a cat named Luna. People think they know me, but they don't know me. Nobody knows me because I keep a secret, a big secret, a secret that changed my whole life. I want to tell you my story. It is a story about secrets, guilt, and finally finding peace. It is a story about learning that the truth can set you free. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up in this same small town. My family lived in a white house on Maple Street. My father's name was David. My mother's name was Rachel. I had one sister. Her name was Sophie. She was 2 years younger than me. Everyone said we were the perfect family. My father was a doctor. He helped sick people. Everyone loved him. My mother was a teacher. She taught music at the elementary school. Children adored her. Sophie was beautiful and smart. She had long blonde hair and green eyes. She was good at everything. She played piano. She got perfect grades. She had many friends. And then there was me. I was quiet. I was shy. I liked to read books. I was not beautiful like Sophie. I was not special like Sophie. I was just ordinary. Why can't you be more like your sister? My mother would say. Those words hurt. Every time they hurt.
My father never said things like that.
He was kind to me. He called me his little bird. Anna, he would say, you are special in your own way. You see things other people don't see. You understand things other people don't understand. I loved my father so much. He was my hero. Part 3. The night that changed everything. I was 15 years old when it happened. It was a cold night in December, 2 weeks before Christmas. My father had been acting strange for weeks. He was quiet. He looked worried. He spent a lot of time alone in his office. Is Dad okay? I asked my mother. Your father has a lot of work stress, my mother said. Don't bother him. But I was worried. I could feel that something was wrong. That night, I couldn't sleep. I got up to get water from the kitchen. It was midnight. The house was dark and quiet. As I walked past my father's office, I saw light under the door. I heard voices. My father was talking to someone on the phone. I should have gone back to bed, but I didn't. I stood by the door and listened. I can't do this anymore, my father said. His voice sounded broken. I made a terrible mistake. It was 10 years ago, but I can't forget it. My heart started beating fast. What mistake? A patient died because of me, my father continued. I made an error during surgery. I was tired. I wasn't paying attention. And she died. Her name was Margaretchen. She had 2 small children. I couldn't breathe. My father? My perfect father? He killed someone? I covered it up, my father said. I changed the records. I lied in the report. Everyone believed it was just a complication. But it was my fault. It was all my fault.
I heard my father crying.
I had never heard my father cry before. I can't live with this guilt anymore, my father said. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to confess. I'll lose my medical license. I might go to jail. But I have to do the right thing. I stood there, frozen. I felt like the world was breaking apart. The next morning, everything seemed normal. My father made breakfast. He smiled at us. But I looked at him differently now. I knew his secret. That afternoon, my father went to the hospital where he worked. He was going to confess. He was going to tell the truth about what he did 10 years ago. But he never came home. At 6 o'clock, 2 police officers came to our door. I will never forget the look on their faces. Mrs. Collins, one officer said to my mother, there's been an accident. Your husband's car went off the road. He didn't survive. We're very sorry. My mother screamed. Sophie started crying. I just stood there, numb. My father was dead. At the funeral, everyone talked about what a wonderful man my father was. How he helped so many people. How he saved
So many lives.
I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell them the truth. But I didn't. I kept my father's secret. After my father died, our family fell apart. My mother became depressed. She stopped teaching. She stayed in bed most days. Sophie became wild. She started going to parties. She started drinking. She was angry all the time. And me? I became even more quiet. I carried my father's secret like a heavy stone in my heart. I kept thinking about Margaretchen, the woman my father killed. She had 2 children. What happened to them? Did they grow up without a mother because of my father's mistake? I wanted to find them, but I was afraid. What would I say? Sorry, my father killed your mother, and then lied about it? So I said nothing. I did nothing. I just kept the secret. Years passed. I graduated from high school. I didn't go to college like Sophie. I got a job at the library.
It was a quiet job.
Perfect for someone like me. Someone who wanted to hide. Sophie went away to college. She rarely came home. She was still angry. Still drinking. We barely talked anymore. My mother got a little better. She started teaching again. But she was different.
Sadder.
Older. And I was stuck. Stuck with the secret. Stuck in the past. Stuck in my guilt. Because I felt guilty too. Guilty for not telling the truth. Guilty for protecting my father's reputation. Guilty for not helping Margaretchen's family. When I was 25, I met someone. His name was David. Yes, the same name as my father. David came to the library every week. He always checked out history books. He had a kind face and a gentle smile. One day, he asked me, "What do you like to read?" "Poetry," I said quietly. "And old letters. I like reading people's real words."
That's interesting, David said.
"Why?" "Because real words tell the truth," I said. "Stories can be fake. But letters are honest." David smiled. "Would you like to get coffee sometime?" I was surprised. Nobody ever asked me out. I was too quiet. Too boring. "Okay," I said. We started dating. David was a therapist. He helped people with their problems. He was a good listener. David made me feel safe. He made me feel like I could be myself. But I still didn't tell him about the secret. I couldn't tell anyone. After 6 months, David said, "I love you, Anna. But I feel like you're holding something back. Like there's a wall between us." "I'm sorry," I said. I have things I can't talk about." "Everyone has things in their past," David said. "But if you want a real relationship, you have to be honest." I wanted to be honest, but I was too afraid. One night I got a phone call. It was 3 in the morning. It was Sophie. "Anna," she said. She was crying. "I need help. I'm in the hospital." "What happened?" I asked. "I drank too much," Sophie said. "I crashed my car. I'm okay, but Anna, I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this." I drove to the hospital. Sophie looked terrible. Her eyes were red. Her hands were shaking. "Why are you doing this to yourself?" I asked. Sophie started crying harder. "Because I can't forget," she said. "Forget what?" I asked. "The night before Dad died," Sophie said. "I heard him on the phone too. I heard everything. I know what he did. And I've been so angry. Angry at him for lying. Angry at him for leaving us. Angry at myself for not saying anything. I felt like someone had punched me in the stomach." "You knew?" I whispered. "Yes," Sophie said. "Did you know too?" "Yes," I said. "I heard him that night." We looked at each other. For 13 years, we had both been carrying the same secret. Alone. Sophie grabbed my hand. "We have to tell someone," she said. "We have to tell the truth. This secret is killing us both." Sophie went to rehab. She was there for 3 months. When she came out, she was different. Clearer.
Stronger.
I'm ready to tell the truth, Sophie said. Are you? I was terrified. But I knew she was right. We couldn't keep the secret anymore. We hired a private investigator. We found out what happened to Margaret Chen's family. Margaret had 2 children when she died. A daughter named Lisa, who was 6 years old, and a son named Eric, who was 4 years old. After Margaret died, the children's father, James Chen, raised them alone. He struggled. He worked 2 jobs. He was sad for many years,
but he did his best.
Now Lisa was 23. She was a nurse. Eric was 21. He was studying to be a teacher. We found their address. They still lived in our town, just 15 minutes away. They had been so close all these years. We have to talk to them, Sophie said. What will we say?
I asked.
The truth, Sophie said. We'll tell them the truth. We sent a letter to James Chen. We told him we needed to talk to him about his wife's death. We said we had important information. He agreed to meet us. We met at a coffee shop downtown. James Chen was 55 years old now. He had gray hair and tired eyes. Lisa and Eric came with him. My hands were shaking. Sophie held my hand under the table. Thank you for meeting us, I said. My voice was very quiet. What is this about? James asked. I took a deep breath. It's about my father, I said. Dr. David Collins. He was your wife's surgeon. James's face changed. I remember him, he said. He told us Margaret died from complications, that it wasn't anyone's fault.
He lied, I said.
The words felt like knives in my throat. My father made a mistake during the surgery. He was tired. He wasn't careful enough. And Margaret died because of his error. The room was completely silent. He covered it up, Sophie added. He changed the medical records. He lied in his report. Lisa started crying. Eric put his arm around his father. How do you know this? James asked.
His voice was shaking.
I heard him confess on the phone, I said. The night before he died. He was going to tell the truth. He was going to confess. But he died in a car accident before he could. I took out a USB drive. I found his personal files on his computer, I said. The real surgery notes. The ones he never submitted. They're all here. They prove everything. James took the USB drive. His hands were trembling. Why are you telling us this now? He asked. Why after all these years? Because the secret was destroying us, Sophie said. And because you deserve the truth. You deserved the truth 13 years ago. James Chen decided to report what we told him. The case was reopened. Investigators looked at the evidence. They confirmed everything. The hospital that employed my father had to admit there was a cover-up. They paid compensation to the Chen family. My father's medical license was posthumously revoked. Our town was shocked. People were angry. The perfect Dr. Collins was not perfect after all. He was a liar. He let a woman die and covered it up. Some people were angry at Sophie, and me too. Why didn't you say something sooner? They asked. You're just as guilty as your father. They were right. We were guilty. We had kept the secret for 13 years. My mother was devastated. She felt betrayed. How could you destroy your father's memory? She asked. We didn't destroy it, Sophie said. We told the truth. That's what Dad should have done. My mother stopped talking to us for a while. It hurt, but we knew we had done the right thing. David, my boyfriend, was proud of me. It took courage to tell the truth, he said. I know it wasn't easy. I should have done it years ago, I said. You did it when you were ready, David said. That's what matters. 6 months after we told the truth, James Chen invited Sophie and me to dinner. We were nervous. We thought he might be angry with us. But when we arrived at his house, he hugged us both.
Thank you, he said.
Thank you for finally telling the truth. We sat down to eat. Lisa and Eric were there too. For 13 years, I thought I was crazy, James said. I thought something was wrong with Margaret's surgery. But everyone told me it was just bad luck. Just a complication. Now I know I was right. Now I know it wasn't just bad luck. I'm so sorry, I said. I'm sorry my father did this. I'm sorry we didn't tell you sooner. You were just children, James said. You were scared. I understand. Lisa spoke up. I was so angry when you first told us, she said. I thought, how could they keep this secret? But then I realized you gave up everything to tell the truth. You destroyed your father's reputation. You hurt your own family. You did that for us. For my mother's memory. We did it because it was right, Sophie said. Eric nodded. My mom always told me that the truth matters. Even when it's hard. Even when it hurts. You honored her memory by telling the truth. That night, I felt something I hadn't felt in 13 years. I felt light. The heavy stone in my heart was gone. A year after we told the truth, my life was completely different. Sophie was sober and healthy. She went back to school. She was studying to be a therapist like David. She wanted to help people who struggled with addiction. My mother eventually forgave us. She understood that we did what we had to do. She said, "Your father would be proud that you told the truth." That's what he was trying to do when he died. David and I got married. It was a small wedding. Sophie was my maid of honor. James, Lisa, and Eric Chin came to the wedding. They had become our friends. Strange, but true. I wrote a book about my experience. It was called The Secret I Keep. It was about guilt, truth, and forgiveness. A publisher wanted to publish it. Are you sure you want everyone to know your story? David asked. Yes, I said. Maybe it will help someone else who is keeping a terrible secret. Maybe it will give them courage to tell the truth. The book was published. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. But I didn't care. I told my truth. That was what mattered. One day, a woman came to the library. She was about 70 years old. She had kind eyes. Are you Anna Collins? She asked. Yes, I said. I read your book, she said. I need to tell you something. We sat down together. The woman's name was Mrs. Thompson. I was your father's nurse, she said. I was there the day Margaret Chin died. My heart started beating fast. Your father didn't kill Margaret Chin, Mrs. Thompson said. What? I whispered. I did, she said. I gave Margaret the wrong medication. I was new. I was nervous. I made a mistake. Margaret died because of me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Your father saw what happened, Mrs. Thompson continued. He saw that I gave the wrong medication. But he didn't report me. He covered it up. He said it was a surgical complication. He protected me. Why? I asked. Because I was young, Mrs. Thompson said. I had just graduated nursing school. I was supporting my sick mother. Your father knew that if he reported me, I would lose my license. My whole career would be over. So, he protected me. He took the blame. Tears ran down Mrs. Thompson's face. But then he died. And I thought the secret died with him. I carried this guilt for 13 years. And then I read your book. I realized that he tried to confess. He tried to tell the truth. But he died before he could. Why are you telling me this now? I asked. Because I'm old, Mrs. Thompson said. And because the truth matters. Your father was a good man. He made a mistake by covering up what happened. But he didn't kill anyone. I did. And I need to confess. I need to tell the Chin family the truth. Will you help me? We arranged another meeting with the Chin family. This time, Mrs. Thompson came with us. Mrs. Thompson told them everything. She explained about the medication error. She explained how my father covered it up to protect her. James Chin was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "So Dr. Collins didn't kill my wife. You did." "Yes," Mrs. Thompson said. "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But Dr. Collins lied about it," James said. "He covered it up." "Yes," Mrs. Thompson said. "He was wrong to do that. But he did it because he was trying to protect me. He was trying to be kind." Lisa spoke up.
"It's still wrong," she said.
"No matter why he did it, it was wrong. My mother died, and nobody told the truth." "You're right," I said. "My father made a mistake. A big mistake. He should have reported what happened. He should have told you the truth." Mrs. Thompson handed James a folder. "This is my official confession," she said. "All the details. All the evidence. You can report me if you want. I'm ready to face the consequences." James looked at the folder. He didn't open it. "My wife believed in forgiveness," he finally said. "She believed that people make mistakes. She believed in giving people second chances." He looked at Mrs. Thompson. "How have you lived your life since my wife died?" "I became the best nurse I could be," Mrs. Thompson said. "I never made another mistake. I triple-checked everything. I helped thousands of patients over the years. I tried to honor Margaret's memory by being better, by saving the lives that I could save." James nodded slowly. "Then maybe that's enough," he said. "After everything came out, the complete truth, I felt truly free for the first time in 13 years. My father wasn't a murderer. He made a mistake by covering up what happened, but he did it for a good reason.
He was trying to protect someone.
That was who my father was. He tried to help people. Yes, he was wrong. He should have told the truth. But he wasn't evil. He wasn't a bad man. He was just a man who made a difficult choice." Mrs. Thompson reported herself to the medical board. They investigated. Because it happened so long ago, and because she had been an excellent nurse for many years, they didn't press criminal charges. But her confession was added to the official record. The Chin family decided not to pursue any legal action against Mrs. Thompson. They said they had the truth now. That was enough. "All we ever wanted was the truth," James said. "Now we have it. Now we can finally have peace." My book became popular. People wrote to me from all over the country. Many of them had secrets too. Secrets that were destroying them. One woman wrote, "I've been keeping a secret about my brother for 20 years. Your book gave me courage to finally tell my family. Thank you." A man wrote, "I thought secrets kept people safe. But your book taught me that secrets keep people trapped. I'm going to tell the truth now." These letters made me cry. Good tears. Because I realized that my pain, all the years of suffering, could help other people. I started speaking at schools and community centers. I talked about the importance of truth. I talked about how secrets can destroy families. I talked about forgiveness. Telling the truth is hard, I would say. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. People might be angry. People might judge you. But living with a secret is harder. Living with guilt is harder. The truth will set you free. 5 years after everything happened, Sophie and I organized a memorial for Margaret Chin. We invited everyone who knew her. We planted a tree in the town park. We put a plaque next to it. It said, "In memory of Margaret Chin, beloved mother, wife, and friend. The truth honors your memory." James, Lisa, and Eric came. Mrs. Thompson came. David came. My mother came. Many people from the community came. Sophie spoke first. "We're here today to honor Margaret Chin," she said. "For too long, the truth about her death was hidden. But not anymore. Today, we honor her by telling the truth, by living honestly, by not hiding in shame." I spoke next. I never met Margaretchen, I said. But she changed my life. The secret about her death almost destroyed me. But telling the truth about what happened saved me. Margaret's memory taught me that truth matters. Always. Mrs. Thompson spoke last. Margaret, if you can hear me, I'm so sorry, she said. I'm sorry for my mistake. I'm sorry it took so long for the truth to come out. But I promise you, I've spent every day of the last 18 years trying to be better. Trying to help people the way you would have helped people. After the ceremony, we all stood together under the tree. The Chun family. My family. Mrs. Thompson. All of us connected by one woman's death and by the long journey to the truth. Lisa came up to me.
Thank you for this, she said.
Thank you for honoring my mother. Thank you for forgiving us, I said. Forgiveness is freedom, Lisa said. For everyone. Today, I am 35 years old. 7 years have passed since I told the truth about my father's secret. My life is good now. Really good. David and I have a daughter. Her name is Margaret, after Margaretchen. James Chin cried when we told him. It was his idea, actually. Would you consider naming your daughter after my wife? He asked. It would honor her memory. We would be honored, I said. Sophie is thriving. She is a therapist now, helping people overcome addiction and guilt. She uses her own story to help others. I was drowning in secrets and lies, she tells her patients. But the truth saved my life. It can save yours too. My mother is at peace now. She understands that what we did was necessary. She even helped with the memorial for Margaretchen. Your father would be proud of both of you, she told Sophie and me. He was trying to do the right thing in the end. And you did what he couldn't do. You told the truth. Mrs. Thompson is retired now. She volunteers at the hospital, teaching young nurses. She always tells them, if you make a mistake, report it immediately. Don't hide it. Don't cover it up. The truth might be painful, but lies are poison. The Chun family has become part of our family. We have dinner together once a month. Lisa is little Margaret's godmother. Eric babysits for us sometimes. It's strange how life works, how a terrible secret and a tragic death could eventually bring so many people together. People sometimes ask me, do you regret telling the truth? Do you regret destroying your father's reputation? My answer is always the same. I didn't destroy my father's reputation. The lies destroyed it. I just uncovered the truth. The truth is complicated. My father made a mistake. He covered up someone else's error. That was wrong. But he did it because he was trying to be kind. He was trying to protect a young woman's career. Does that excuse what he did?
No.
But it helps me understand him better. It helps me love him despite his mistakes. And Mrs. Thompson made a terrible mistake too. But she spent 18 years trying to make up for it. She helped thousands of people. Does that erase what happened?
No.
But it matters. The truth is this. People are complicated. We all make mistakes. We all do things we regret.